Hi Virgo, I am Husky Light and welcome to your weekly reading. We are going from Monday today, the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October. Doing things a little bit differently this week. I've just been sort of guided to do something a little bit different. So, for your week ahead, this week we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and that's in the what you need to know position. So I feel that for some of you, you may feel a little bit stuck, maybe a little bit confused, feeling as if the wheel isn't turning in your favor, whether it's stopped turning, it's not, things are not going according to plan the way you may have wanted for them to go, the way things you planned for may not be going in the right direction, or simply being stuck and not moving. For a few of you, it could even be that the wheel is turning backwards a little bit because it is in reverse. So again, you sort of feel you're on a bit of a treadmill and you keep trying to go forward, but it's not really going anywhere. It might go backwards a little bit. So that's your overall sort of feeling of what you need to know when it's in that position. But know that the Wheel of Fortune, when it's in reverse, it's something that will pass, it's something that's part of life, it's something that will move forward again, and it will move into the upright position as well. So I feel like some of you may have things occurring in your life that may have something negative that may happen, or a misfortune which may have an effect on something else in your life. So for instance, if some of you may feel a bit off or may feel a bit ill this week, that's going to affect your work. If you're feeling confused and you're feeling that you don't know where you're going, that could affect your mood, and that's going to in turn affect your relationship. So it's going to have those sort of effects this week. So that's to be aware of some of the energies that are around this week that are not, they're not that good, that you're going to have to deal with. But there is change. The changes will come around. Wherever you feel stuck, it will change. But for this week, some of you just may feel that you're on that treadmill, that you can't, no matter how much you try to move forward, you're still either stuck in the same position, or in some cases even maybe moving back a little bit. There could be some really unexpected changes for some of you this week. The Wheel of Fortune can also equate to sort of natural disasters as well, maybe earthquakes, flooding, that sort of thing around you, depending on where in the world you are. I mean, if you're not in one of those areas, then that's not going to happen, but it'd be something for some of you that can point to that. You've got to look for new opportunities coming through this week for you. In the what you need to embrace position is the Two of Coins. So for some of you, I feel that you're actually in a nice, peaceful, calm environment, whereas you know that even though you may be feeling stuck, things are going to move forward. It might be that you're waiting on things to come through to you. You know that there is a waiting period before being able to move forward with it, and you're fine with that. You're in that patient, that waiting period for things to come through. There's going to be a lot of juggling for some of you this week, juggling of finances, juggling of time, juggling of schedule, getting everything done that you need to do. So you need to be flexible as well this week. You might have to move in sort of several different directions all at the same time, and sort of keep a few things in the air and juggle a few things around to try and keep the balance within your life. Even though there's going to be all this juggling for some of you, and this feeling of you're doing this juggling and you're not going anywhere, there are opportunities coming through for some of you, and if you can have a positive, balanced attitude towards sort of the practicalities and everything that's going on in your life on a day-to-day basis, anything that comes up you will be able to deal with. You'll be able to deal with it in a calm, rational manner and get through it. There will be definitely more than one situation this week, or several, that you're going to have to deal with at the same time. Sometimes it really concerns financial matters, with it being a coins, but it can affect other areas of your life as well. And we're finishing it off with the way to get through the week, the way to go forward with the energies that are going on at the moment, is the King of Pentacles, which is a really nice card. So when the King of Pentacles comes up, the message is to be more like the King of Pentacles, to stay loving, to stay friendly and affectionate. For some of you, I feel somebody could be in your life this week who could be the King of Coins, who has those sort of attributes, and this could be male or female, doesn't matter, it's the King of Coins, it could be male or female, but they've got those attributes. They may even come in and help you while you're juggling with these situations, schedules this week that may help you out to try and calm the waters a little bit and be a support system for you. For those of you who it isn't a person in your life, it's you that needs to act in this way to get through the week with the least possible amount of disruption as possible. People are going to look at you with a lot of respect this week, because of the way you handle things, because of the way you deal with situations. People are going to look at you in a bit of a new light this week. There's going to be help financially somewhere along the way this week as well for you, whether it be somebody lending you some money, or you manage to get a loan either from a friend or from the bank. There is going to be some sort of financial assistance coming in for you if you look for the opportunities for it to come in. So although you're feeling stuck for some of you, and you may have to juggle things and you may have to turn things around or try and turn things around, if you can stay positive, there are also opportunities there for you this week that you can take advantage of if you can see them coming and be aware of the opportunities. So don't say no to anything this week in regards to any possible help that's coming into you, or in regard to advice that's coming into you. By the end of the week, any of you that have been feeling stuck or maybe even unwell, by the end of the week you should be starting to feel a lot better and be getting through that. But the way you handle yourself this week is the way other people will respect you and look at you. So if you can stay calm and collected throughout all the changes that you may go through this week, and juggling things, and unexpected changes that are going to come up in your life, the way you handle them is going to say a lot about the amazing person that you are and people are going to notice that around you, and that in turn is going to lead on to better things for you. So it's a lot of how you conduct yourself. If you can conduct yourself like the King of Coins throughout whatever is going on this week for you, then you'll do really well. Okay, right, Virgo, enjoy your week. A lot of things going on for you, a lot of changes, a lot of unexpected changes in some cases, and a lot of juggling of finances and other things within your life. But if you act in a loving and compassionate and balanced way throughout the week, you will get through it absolutely fine. Watch out for the King of Coins coming into your life. If he appears, listen to him, take his advice, accept his support, be it male or female, because they have come in just at the right time for you this week to give you that help. Okay, right, namaste, blessings and light, and I will speak to you soon. Hi Taurus, I am Husky Light. Thank you for joining me. I'm doing your cards in a completely different way this week. I've sort of been guided to do that, so we'll see how it goes. I might go back to the old way, but I want to see how it goes for this week. So this is for your week beginning Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October, and we're starting it off with the Wheel of Fortune, and that's in the upright position. So your Wheel of Fortune is if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling like you've been on that treadmill and you're sort of trying to strive to go forward but you've not been going anywhere, the Wheel of Fortune is turning this week for you. It's starting to go forward, and there could be a lot of opportunities coming through to you, and the places where you've felt stuck, whether it be jobs or relationship, health-wise, they're going to start to take a turn for the better and start to move forward for you, in a better way that maybe you had hoped for. There is definite opportunities for you if you can keep your eyes open this week, which are going to give you indications or ideas of possible ways of moving forward in a new direction as well. Now we've got the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is in reverse, so for a few of you, not all of you, but for sort of a few of you, you're going to have the Wheel of Fortune is going forward, but for some of you, you're going to have self-doubt. There's going to be a few disappointments for some of you this week, and there's going to be a need for you to bring balance to your life. It may be that you've got used to things being stuck, that you've got used to, for some of you, things not moving in a good forward direction, and suddenly everything's going to start moving forward for some of you, or opportunities are going to come in and you're not going to be ready to take them up, because you're going to suddenly think, oh God, where's all this coming from? And everything just starts up for you this week. So you need to try and get yourself organized as soon as you can this week, and try and there's some sort of order that needs to be brought into your life, for some of you. Especially, I feel, for in your personal life, there may be a few misunderstandings this week within personal relationships. That can go for, I think it's more love relationships, but it can also stand for other areas of your life. Make sure you are strong as you go through the week. Do not miss out on any of the opportunities that are coming through for you this week, by not feeling strong enough, by feeling that you don't deserve it. So any of those little feelings of self-doubt, don't feel like this, because the Wheel of Fortune is going forward for you. So it's a lot better for you this week, but you have to get rid of the self-doubt. A few of you seem to be suffering from that in certain areas. Whatever happens, a few of you, as I say, misunderstandings this week, but but I think it's going to jolt you into some of the changes that you need, are wanting to expand your world, expand your experience, your reality, and helping you to change things around you with a positive nature, and taking hold of the opportunities that come through to you this week, providing you keep that self-doubt at bay. You shouldn't be losing hope about anything, even though you may feel like that at certain points this week. You shouldn't feel like that, because things are coming through. There is a lot for you to do this week. You need to make sure that you check and recheck everything that you're doing this week, so that nothing goes wrong, so that your plans are stable, and there's not a likelihood of you going forward with something and then realizing that you didn't quite plan it out enough. There is a lot of opportunities, a lot of things for you to move forward, as I've said before, but you need to still have proceed with caution and care, to make sure there isn't any cock-ups basically during the week. Get things as organised as you can this week for when these changes and these opportunities start, and you start to see them, because they may come in. Sometimes with the Wheel of Fortune coming, it may be unexpected that it comes in, and if you're not ready to take it up, then you may miss out on that opportunity. So take it up where you see it. Your last card is the Page of Pentacles, so I think with the wheel in the upright as well, if you can be organised and ready to take on the things that may come up this week, you're going to do really well. The page is going to bring messages into you, possibly of monetary or material. Somebody may actually come in with help of some sort for you. And there is definite news coming into you, and this is going to bring about some positive changes within your life, but you have to be ready for these positive changes to come in, and you have to get rid of any self-doubt this week. It's like somebody coming in and offering you a new job, or offering you this opportunity, and then you're just looking at them and looking a gift horse in the mouth and saying thank you but no, because on a deep level somewhere you've got this self-doubt, and you don't think you'd be able to achieve it, or you don't think you'd be able to do it. So you have to be stronger within yourself, and you have to know that absolutely you can do it, absolutely you can go forward with it. There could be somebody coming into your life, somebody around you, whether it be a friend or a colleague, or even in a personal relationship, that is going to offer you empathy, compassion, somebody who you're going to be able to talk things through with, and they're going to be able to offer not only the empathy and the compassion, but the advice and the maybe a different outlook on things that maybe you hadn't looked at before. And that's going to come through in a really positive way, again providing any feelings of self-doubt are put towards one side. You have to take the opportunities and the thoughts that come through to you, and you have to act on them this week. There are changes coming through to for the better for you, and I think for most of you, the changes that are being brought about are going to be brought about by some of them are going to, with the Wheel of Fortune, to be karmic, things that you can't quite control that are coming in. But I think somebody is going to be involved with this change, almost like you're not going through the changes alone. Through the positive changes, there is going to be help and support there for you. Definite new ideas coming through for you as well this week. A few of you may have to do a little bit of research and a little bit of study on something to bring it through to fruition, or to start to take the first steps towards something. But whatever you look at this week, whatever you look into this week, it's going to be positive. It's going to lead you to where you want to be. If you need any help with money this week, I don't think you will, because I think things are looking up for you financially this week, but there is help and support there for you. So it could be news of a loan coming through, or borrowing money from somebody, or a payoff from work, a bonus, something of that regard is going to come through to you, but there is a lot of support around you this week for you. Okay, right, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Take care of yourselves. Namaste, blessings and light, and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Hi Capricorn, I am Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by. Doing things a little bit differently this week. We'll see how it goes, but I've just been guided to do the cards in this way this week. So this is your reading for Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October, and we're starting off with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So some of you may feel a little bit where you may have been clear thinking before, where you knew what you were doing. You may have some self-doubt this week and not quite be sure in which direction you want to go, or decisions that you want to make this week will be a little bit harder for you to make because you're not quite as clear thinking. Usually if she's in the upright position, you have got loads of clarity and loads of quick thinking, quick-witted, quick decisions. But this week for some of you, you're not going to have that as much. Your thoughts are going to be a little bit cloudy, and it's going to be harder for you to make decisions on certain aspects of your life this week. I feel for some of you as well, you're going to feel a little bit sort of battle weary. You're going to feel like you want a rest, you want to take some time out. Some of you are feeling tired, some of you are feeling slightly run down, or not quite on top form this week. So for some of you, you might feel, some of you are going to actually go away for a few days. You're actually going to take a break and get the much needed rest that you need. Whatever you can't see at the moment this week, whatever looks cloudy to you that you can't see the answers to, don't worry, and don't stress about it too much, because everything will become clearer to you. Any answers that are hidden from you this week will come through to you, but you're not to stress too much if you can't see it this week. Some of you have really been pushing yourself, work-wise. There's been a lot of hard work gone into things. It could stand for relationships as well. You've been putting a lot of hard work into relationships as well for some of you, and I just feel like some of you just want to rest this week and take a break, step back from things, because for some of you, your mind is not going to be as focused as it normally is. So the best thing for you to do would be to try and take a break if you can. Pull a couple of sick days if you can, and try and get the rest. You will feel like you want the rest, even though you are going to be busy. So if you can take a rest, take a rest. If you're not in the position to be able to do that, just put one step in front of the other this week and keep going. Your outcome card is actually really good. Your outcome card is the Three of Coins. So it's hard work that's been putting into something that you love to do, that be that your work or your hobby that can be developed into something, some sort of inner talent that you've got. those sort of things may come to the fore this week. But it's take rest when you need rest. That's the main one that I keep hearing. For some of you, you are going to be working hard this week. It is going to tire you out. It is going to stress you out a little bit. Your thinking isn't going to be as clear as it can be usually. But again, you're not to worry about that, because things that are not clear this week will become clear to you, and then there will also be a reason as to why things were not particularly clear for you. For some of you though, you're going to be working and just absolutely loving whatever it is that you're doing this week. You're going to sort of really get into it. Emotions are going to run high for some of you, so you may have mixed emotions about something. I feel for some of you this could be a love relationship where your thinking is not as clear as it usually could be, or as it usually is. But you're not to over worry about that. But for others, there is a lot of skills coming to the fore, of your efforts that you have put in, and this is maybe why some of you feel like you need to rest. But for some of you, you've put a lot of effort into something. You will start to see the rewards of that coming through, for work well done, for and rewards coming to you for the effort that you've put in to something. There's going to be some sort of transaction for some of you towards the end of the week. Some sort of gain, promotion, recognition of work well done. This is more in business, in things that you do on a day-to-day basis. There's going to be a recognition of just how much work you've put in to something that's going to come back to you. And I think for a lot of you, this is where this tiredness is coming in, because you are working really hard and putting in the effort to something. Make sure you think about everything as much as you can before you put something through. And as I say, for some of you, this is going to be difficult because your thinking is going to be a little bit cloudy. So if you can check and recheck things this week before taking action on anything. Do not get overwhelmed with things to do this week. If you can take a rest, take a rest. For some of you, you may not be able to do that, and you may feel a little bit overwhelmed by things that are happening. But there is going to be recognition for the excellent work that you've put in. The rewards are on their way to you. For those of you who can manage to get a little bit of rest or maybe take a couple of days, this is going to lead to a slightly different way of thinking for you, which is going to expand your horizons. And this is going to be for your highest good. I don't see any problems with money this week at all. Even though, you know, you're working hard and you need a rest and your thinking may be cloudy in some areas, I don't see that there is any problems, particularly with money. In fact, a few of you could see some, as I say, rewards coming in for hard work that you've put in. This is really specific. Some of you may have to deal with some sort of repair, or repair of something, and I can see boats. So whether it's something to do, or it might be that some of you are going on vacation or getting a break and it's on a boat, but there's something to do with near water coming through. So whether you're going near water and there is boats involved and there's some sort of repair work that needs to be done. For some of you, that's repair work that you naturally need to do on your emotions. Water boats. Yeah, some of you need to repair your emotions a little bit this week, and that is where for some of you the rest is going to come in. Any answers that elude you at the beginning of the week, though, you will have by the end of the week. Answers to important questions that you're asking at the moment, especially if it involves more than one person. That's going to come through, and it's going to be good. It's going to be positive for you as well. But I am being told to, if you can get some rest during the week, to get some rest, because that will really help you to balance out your week. And watch your emotions as well. Right, okay then, that's your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe. If you'd like a reading, just click up in the corner and we'll get you a personal reading. That's the only way to get the answers that you need to specific questions that you may have going on in your life at the moment. And I will speak to you soon. Bye. Hi Gemini, hope you're well. I am Husky Light. Doing things a little bit differently this week. We'll see how it goes. And we are doing the weeklies, and it's Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October. I'm going to start with your sad cards first and then get onto your good card. We've got the Devil. So there is an awareness this week of you having to be careful about things. Being aware that what that little devil on your shoulder is saying to you is just trying to get you off path. I feel like some of you may have maybe making a change this week, or have just made a change of some sort, whether that be job or relationship, some sort of family thing that's gone on, and you've maybe done something different that you haven't done before, made some sort of change, and then the little devil's on your shoulder telling you to worry about it because, oh, you shouldn't have done it that way, or you shouldn't have done it. So just be aware of that. It's trying to bring self-doubt into you. But for some of you, you've actually done the right thing and you did it in the best way you possibly could. So you to ignore the little devil on your shoulder trying to tell you that it was wrong. Because you've also got the Nine of Swords there, so there is worry for some of you this week. And again, it's worry about whether or not you've done the right thing, whether or not you've changed your path into the right path, and maybe you shouldn't have done what you did and should have stayed. Things should have stayed the way they were, or you shouldn't have tried to rock the boat, or you shouldn't have done something. But that is your own head telling you that. That's your ego talking. That's your little devil on your shoulder that is worrying about the fact that you've made a change for some of you. And the change that you've made is actually a good change, so you're not to worry about it. Things are not as bad as they seem, and things will work out. But I think some of you have taken some sort of radical, made some sort of move that maybe you've not made before, and now it's you're going to you're wanting to worry about it. You're wanting to be not wanting to, but you're getting distressed about it and thinking, oh, I shouldn't have done that, when in fact it does have benefits to what you did. And no matter what that little devil on your shoulder says, things will turn out in the right way for you. For some of you, something hasn't happened yet but is going to this week that may look alarming to start with, but again, it will turn out just fine. So for those of you who haven't made this radical change that some of you have made and now you're worrying about it, for some of you something is going to come up during the week that may cause changes, or changes coming up that you can see coming up that are going to cause you some sort of worry. But again, it's okay. Things are not as bad as they seem. The swords never go into the woman. It's just your head worrying and your little devil on your shoulder telling you that the change is wrong that's coming about. But it's divine timing, it's karma. Whatever's going on at the moment is at the right time and needs to happen. Whatever the situation has been that's changed, or the situation that's about to change this week, there are great lessons to be learned from it, that you will learn, that you have learnt, and you will become aware of the reasons why it's happening. But just be aware of the worrying that it's in your head. Some of you are putting far too much pressure on yourself that doesn't need to be there. Almost like you're making things harder for yourself, and it doesn't have to be that hard. We've got the Nine of Wands in the reading, which is actually a really good card. So it's about you having the strength to go forward with boldness and with persistence and strength. So I do feel like some of you made some sort of change this week, or making some sort of change which you are going to worry about, and you're not going to be sure whether it's you should have done that, whether it was the right thing to do, whether you should have said that, whether you should have changed your job, left the relationship, changed the relationship in some way. And there's something sort of coming back to haunt you with regards to that. But with the Nine of Wands there, that's saying that look how far you've come, and be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Make sure that you maintain control of your feelings and your emotions this week. Stand firm in your beliefs. You're gonna do what needs to be done this week, and know that you will, even if you're worrying, you will have the strength to go through with it, and you will have the strength to do what it is that you need to do, and you're going to have the knowledge and the ability to see it through to its completion, no matter what the doubts or the worries are in your head. There is a completion for some of you, and there is an inner strength that has got to come out from you, that is going to carry you through the week. I feel for some of you, even if you feel stuck this week, that's okay. Even if you feel stuck, things will work out the way you want them to be, as long as you stay positive and not worry about, so don't over worry about things. As long as you stay strong and stay firm in your beliefs, there is a victory coming through for you. It's about you making steady progress, and I am being told that you have to look at where you were and where you are now, and the fact that you have come so far. For any of you that have actually been feeling ill or not feeling that well, things are going to get better for you. There is going to be you feeling better this week. And for some of you, that could be emotionally as well. I think for the main majority of Geminis, unfortunately, this week there is going to be this worry there, but know that that worry is an illusion. It's because you've done something different, or you're about to change something that you haven't changed before. Do something in a different way, and that's going to cause you to worry, but you're not to worry about it, because as long as you stay strong and firm in your belief and move forward, then that's the way to go, and that's good. So there is a feeling of, there will be a feeling of feeling better about things. As long as you've got the strength inside you, you will carry things through to completion and get through things, and see how far you've come, and see what an improvement or improvements you're making to your life. Even if you're making changes that you can't see the improvement in, they are steps in the right direction to lead you to something happier and better, something that is going to improve your life this week. So as long as you keep your focus on your inner strength and putting one step in front of the other this week and going through that week, don't let the worry get to you, and don't let the little devil get to you as well, and don't let the little devil lead you into maybe unhealthy ways of eating or drinking or anything like that that you don't need, that you don't want in your life, because he's just putting the feelings of self-doubt there that shouldn't be there, because actually you've done really well and you've come really far, and there is a sense of getting better for you. Some of you won't be able to see that and you'll just worry. Others will understand why things had to change the way they did, or are about to change the way they did, and they are changing for the better, whatever your self-doubt is telling you. Okay, right, that's your reading for the week. Chin up and stay positive, because you've come such a long way. You really have. Okay, and if you'd like a private reading from me, just click up in the link in the corner and I'll get that booked in for you. Namaste, blessings and light. Hi Aries, this is your reading for the week. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscribe. Doing it slightly different this week. We'll see how it goes. It's a little bit more specific, and I've just been guided to do it this way for this week, so we'll see. If we like it, we'll carry on. If not, I'll go back to the old way of doing things. Right, we're going from Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October, and we're starting off with the Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles at the moment. Some of you are going to feel a bit of despair this week, a bit of naffed off because you've not got enough money through. There's going to be a feeling of things moving up and down, emotional changes, things happening in your life, maybe a few upheavals for some of you, that it's just going to be a disruption. It's not going to be its normal quiet week that it may normally be for you. It's going to be a little bit different from that. I feel for some of you, you will be having money problems or worrying about money, which may impact on your relationships this week, so it might lead to arguments in relationships for some of you. Remember, not all of you, this is a general reading. Some of you feel like there isn't a way out of your situation at the moment, that you cannot see a way forward with certain things, even though you've been really trying. that is going to change and that is going to get better, and you just have to have more faith in yourself and more belief in yourself that that's going to happen. A lot of you will get help or support from either a close friend or a relative or a relationship this week. If there is any loss of income this week, it's temporary, it's not long term, it's just something that you're going through that isn't going to last. Some of you are being told or asked to face up to the consequences of certain actions that may have been taken recently that haven't worked out the way you quite planned them to work out. But it's giving you the opportunity to readdress the balance and restart things. There's something that I feel like there's something that you missed. There was a plan or a way of doing something, and you missed, for some of you missed a detail or forgot to do something, which led to this feeling that some of you may have of loss, of things not being quite right for some of you this week. If you can readdress the balance and you can sort things out if you just look at things again in a different way. For some of you, I think this sort of have a double check on paperwork, some of you, or phone calls that you should have made that you forgot to make, or an email that you should have sent or something. For some of you, it's not necessarily money, it's like you think that there is an opportunity that you may have missed out on because of something that you forgot to do. So just double check everything this week. We've got the Moon card in reverse as well. So again, it's very much this feeling of worry, of things that might have just happened or may not have happened yet, and a confusion around you, may not be able to see things quite as clearly as you usually do, which is why I say just check everything this week. You're not to let the stress get to you because it's going to affect your health. You have to bring out your inner strength within you. Again, it's talking of somebody being able to come in this week, and you're going to get support from them, you're going to get help from them in some way, whether that's monetary or a shoulder to cry on or a hug. There is help coming through in some form for some of you, in the form of a different, somebody, different person. For some of you that have got some sort of phobia that's stopping you from doing something, like you've got a fear of flying or something, so it's stopping you going on a trip, or you can't go camping because you're scared of spiders, or this. For some of you that have got some sort of phobia, it's time for you to look at it this week and deal with it, and in that way move through it. It's very specific, that's just for some of you, but there is some sort of phobia that some of you have. Now is the time to have a look at dealing with it and sorting it out and getting over it. Whatever negativity you're going through, whatever comes up for you this week, whatever feelings of hardship or lack of, or it's temporary, it's just a temporary blip in the system, and you're going through it, and you will come out the way, and things will improve. So don't let your imagination run away with you. Don't focus on anything, on any fears or anything. Focus on your inner strength and getting over anything that comes up this week, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune at the end, saying some of these things that may happen this week, or circumstances that may happen this week, are happening for karmic reasons, that they have to happen. And whatever may look bleak, or you won't be happy about, or not going towards plan, the Wheel of Fortune is going to come in and change that. So whatever looks bleak this week is not going to do for long. The Wheel of Fortune is coming in to change things around and to turn things around in the better, for a better situation that's coming in. Some things might need to be let go of for some of you to bring this new in, or you've already done that. I feel for some of you may have already done that, and now it's the Wheel of Fortune is turning, and now that's starting to come in, so you have to stay hopeful. It's in the upright position, so it's things coming through that you thought were lost that are going to work out all right and be okay in the end for you. You need to keep up with the changes that may happen to you this week, knowing that even if they look bleak to start with, they work out for the best, and they're going to come around quite quickly, and you're going to go through them quite quickly as well. This is not a long-term thing, this is only a weekly reading, so that it's quite quick. There's greater forces, there's something working behind the scenes in order to get you to a better place. Even when it seems that there's random things happening, there's an actual order to it and almost a karmic force behind it. You will learn from this, from certain things that happen to you this week. You will learn very good lessons from it. There is a lot, once whatever you think is bleak, that is going to, it's going to turn around into a better position, which is actually going to bring about a change of fortune and a change of good luck for you. So you need to stay optimistic whatever is going on, and just ride out any blips that you come across this week, because there is a positive at the end of it. There is a positive where things look dark, it's actually light, and we're turning round into the light. Success and rewards coming through for some of you within jobs and that. So maybe as an example, it might be something along the lines of, you were looking for a job and you really thought you'd got that job and you didn't hear from it, and it's got you really upset, or you've worried about it, but then suddenly they call you and say, yeah, you've got the job, and the reason we took so long to get back to you is because we couldn't find the CV, we lost it, or something happened, or their computer went down and they lost some information, but then it turns itself around. So it's like whatever circumstances you go through this week that may look bleak, they're going to turn themselves around and turn into something positive for you. There is a lot of potential success and change in lifestyle. Some of you have got a house move coming up this week, or you're thinking of moving house, changing residence, moving to somewhere different. Remember that whatever goes wrong this week and you go down, the only way is up from that, and that's what's going to happen. Whatever originally looked bleak or didn't look too, didn't look all that great on the surface, is going to turn itself around, and it's going to come out positively in the end. So right, I hope you enjoyed the reading. It's a little bit different than usual, but was guided to do it that way. If you'd like a personal reading, please click up on the link in the corner. Namaste. Have a great week. Remember to stay positive, because whatever happens, it's going to turn around. Okay, bye. Hi Libra, I am Husky Light. Thank you for stopping by and for everything that you do and your subscriptions, Google shares, comments, everything. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Right, I'm doing this a little bit differently this week. The messages seem to be a little bit more specific, so I've been asked to sort of do it in a different way. So I'm going to give it a go for this week and see how it goes. So we're going from Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October, and we're starting off with the Four of Wands. So any situations this week that you may have been stagnant, that you may have gone backwards on, that you didn't think you were going to get anywhere with, are actually going to change around at some point this week, and you're going to have a feeling of satisfaction. You're going to feel like it's like a job well done. So it might be a situation at work where you felt a bit stuck, that things weren't moving forward, and suddenly that changes around. It could be a relationship where maybe you've been arguing and things haven't been going that well. That's going to change around and turn for the better as well. Four of Wands is I think this is more relationship cards than it's sort of leaning more towards relationships for this week for you. Any problems that you've had will soon be overcome, and you'll be moving forward with that, and there'll be a new enjoyment to relationships. Obviously, if you're not with anyone, this gives you the advantage of possibly somebody coming into your life this week. With relationships, you're asked to things from the past need to stay in the past in order to move forward in a more positive way than maybe they have done of late. Maybe you've been arguing about things from the past, or looking at things like that. You need to leave the past in the past in order to move forward, but you're going to have a new balance within relationships this week. There's a lot of hard work being put into something in the past, and now you're going to start to see the rewards of that, or for your hard work that you've put into that. Some of you might be taking a holiday this week or going somewhere different than you haven't been, than somewhere you've not been before. And I feel some of you are going to do things in a more creative way this week. You're going to, me for instance, working in a different way this week, work in a different way where you can put more creativity into a project or a situation, make things more exciting for yourself. Definitely any problems that you've been experiencing of late within relationships are going to pass and lead to better things. We've got the Three of Cups as well, which is just a fantastic card, and obviously it's all about optimism and looking forward and having a really positive outlook on life this week, where things should be going well for you. Any little problems that you have, you should be able to get over quickly. The aim of the energies around you this week are to keep positive, keep upbeat, and be hopeful about the future, because things are changing around. There might be some sort of celebration this week, either a relationship getting back on track, meeting somebody new. There could also be some sort of birthday celebration, or some family celebration where something happy is happening that you're going to celebrate, that you're going to want to celebrate with other people as well. There is happy emotions going on in a lot of Libra's lives this week. You're also going to get on better, not only in relationships but in family relationships as well, and work relationships. It's just an overall card of feeling better about things, moving through things, going forward, and a completion of things as well, in some cases of things that you've worked really hard on. You've come to the end of a stage of something, so there is going to be a new stage of commitment in something, whether that's you've gone through a trial run at work or something in a new job and you've decided you like it and you're staying there and you're signing the final contract. It could be in a relationship that you've gone through the dating stage and now there's going to be some sort of more commitment there for you coming through this week of some sort. There is happy news, maybe of a pregnancy for some of you as well, and the birth of creativity and new ideas. And we finish off with your card, which is the Justice card. So there is a fairness to all this. There is something that you have worked hard on, that you've been wishing for and wanting, that is going to start. You're going to see that starting to come through for you. It is the scales of justice. It is Libra. Make sure that you stay balanced all week. Stay balanced in every area of your life. Once you've got balance in all areas of your life, things will slot into place very easily for you. You will come to understand, excuse me, you will come to understand how much your thoughts have an effect on outside things, on your reality. You will come to understand that more this week. And a lot of you will be having a lot of spiritual guidance as well this week, which is going to bring about your balance, which is going to help bring about your balance. So anything that's been out of balance recently is going to come into balance this week. Any of you that have got divorce papers on the go, or some sort of tribunal, or anything to do with courts or justice that's going through, a fair decision is going to be made on that, saying that the justice has been served and it's going to come out in your favour. You need to rely on your intuition. Whatever little thoughts you get through this week about moving forward or being more creative, you need to follow through with those plans. There is success coming through for you though, and there is a lot of happy moments during the week. I'm losing my voice. Some of you may be getting, it could even be for some of you that you are going into a new job this week or changing jobs, and it's going to be something law, or you know, you're going to be joining the police force or the military, something like that. There's going to be some sort of, it might a lawyer, solicitor, the sorts of jobs that include all that sort of legal issues, and that I feel for some of you that might be coming up for you this week. Obviously that's not for everybody, that's for a specific few. But it's a really nice week for you. Just stay positive and stay balanced and listen out for the signs that are coming through to you. There is a lot of happy opportunities and news coming through to you, and stay thankful for everything that comes through for you this week. Okay, right, that is Libra for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the way I delivered it. And for a personal reading, click up on the link in the corner, go through to the website, choose yourself a reading, and I'll get yourself booked in. I would love to do one for you. Namaste, blessings and light. Take care. Hi Aquarius, I am Husky Light. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, Google Pluses, everything. I so appreciate it. Thank you. I'm doing the cards in a different way this week. I've just been guided to do it that way, so different format. We'll see how it goes. If you'd like a personal reading from me, click up on the link in the corner, go through, choose a book, choose a reading, all different prices, and I'll get you booked in. I'd love to do one for you. And I will try not to lose my voice during this. Right, we're going from Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October, and we're starting off with the Three of Wands. So there's something that you may have been working on that's going to come through. It could be a job situation where you find a new job, new opportunities coming through to you. You're going to have a lot of inner strength this week in regards to all sorts of situations. And for some of you, you're going to need some help or assistance from a friend or a relative or something. They're going to be coming in to help you in some way. There is something coming in that you've worked hard for, that you've been working towards or thinking towards, and you're going to start seeing that come through for some of you this week. You're going to have new insights. I think you're going to be going inwards a little bit as well this week and getting new insights about yourself and new understanding about why you do some of the things that you do, or why you think the way you do. Even down to how you treat others in some ways. And it's something that you learn from. It's something that you're going to gain experience from. There's a new path, a new lifestyle opening up for you this week that you may start to see. And you're being told to go forward with that and move forward in it. It's quite a busy week for you. There's a lot of progress to be made this week, which is it's dependent on luck. You've got a lot of reasons to be optimistic this week for some of you. For those of you who feel at any point stuck this week, know that it's like a bit of suspended time where you're going to be looking inward and you're going to be questioning yourself about certain things, and then you are going to move forward and get success and move forward on the new path. There might be a slight pause before you move onto the new path. The end is in sight. The end is in sight for some of you. It's going to be like tying up loose ends for you before you go into this new cycle that seems to be coming up. Only concentrate this week on things that you want to go forward with and things that you want. Don't focus on anything that you don't want. Don't focus on anything negative this week. You seem to be manifesting things quite quickly this week. So concentrate on what you want, and then there is no chance of you getting any disappointments. If there is any disappointments this week, it will be as a result of your thinking and how you think. There's definitely some inner reflection there for you. We've got the Seven of Wands, so that is your sort of inner reflection. You're going to be tested in some way, some of you, I feel, which is going to be a real learning curve for some of you. It could be that you're going for a job interview that proves really difficult to get through. They're asking really hard questions. They're asking, or some sort of test that you need to go through like that. There's no failure there. It's rather, you're probably going to feel quite satisfied at the end of it, because you're going to have that feeling of getting through it, even though it was difficult. But there is a lot of inner strength that you may need to bring out in some certain cases this week. Stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you on an internal basis knows is right. Be careful, you do need to stay focused this week and not get yourself out of balance. And you've got to stay positive on what it is that you want and not focus on what you don't want, because you are, again, things could come around this week that pass through your head that you thought of that are going to come true, that you didn't want to come true, because things are manifesting quite quickly for you. So stay really positive. Anything that comes around this week, you're not to ignore it. You're to show your inner strength, whatever arises. You're definitely going to be working hard this week, and whether that's working hard in a job, in a relationship, in a family relationship, you're going to, it's almost like you are, for some of you, not all of you, this is a general reading, you're going to be fighting for something. And it's most likely to be positive, and you're going to come out well with it, but you are going to be fighting, which is why there is no, I don't mean fisticuffs, I mean on an internal basis fighting for something. This is why you've got to stay positive this week. You're going to be focusing, there's going to be a focus for some of you on challenges, not only outside in your reality, but also on an inner level. And you must be, some of you are going to be making changes. You're going to have this understanding of what part you play in the world, what effect you have on other people around you, what the words that you speak, the thoughts, the actions that you take, what effect that has on others around you. And that's you're going to begin to understand that on an internal basis, whether that's good or whether that's not so good. But you are going to learn the lessons, start to learn the lessons and start to become aware of that. Some of you need to sort of do some detoxifying this week. You need to, if you drink, cut down on your drinking, drink lots of water, clear out your system. Clear out your system, it will help you think clearer. It will help you think clearer and make your inner strength stronger as well, if you just be aware of what you're eating and drinking this week, and exercise wise, health wise. It's going to make your brain clearer, and it's going to help you with your inner strength to be able to sort through excuse me, anything that comes up during the week. There is a lot of hard work, but there is rewards coming through, providing that you recognize the lessons that are coming through to you. A lot of you are going to be working hard at your job, but again, maybe doing things in a slightly different way, looking at things in a different way so that you're actually enjoying it more. You're putting a new passion into the work that you do, and you will see the results of that coming through. Results of that will come through to you as long as you stay in this positive frame of mind and learn from the lessons that are being given, because there is a test coming through for you this week. For some, not all of you, for some of you. Any new ideas you've got, you're to put them into action or start to research them this week, because it will benefit you in the long run. And the efforts that you are putting into something will be acknowledged. So whether that's in a job or a family situation or a relationship, whatever that situation might be this week, there are certain things that you're putting a lot of effort into that you're going to get the reward. You're going to be appreciated. It's coming back. It's going to give you that feeling of personal satisfaction as well. I think this is more to do with, for most of you, for work situations, with the coins card at as the outcome card. Write down your dreams as well, and write down inspirational messages that may come through to you. There might be a few of those coming through for you this week. You are going to be rewarded. Things are going to come through. You are going to recognize things for what they are. Yeah, and a great deal of inner reflection as well, which is going to, there's going to be a turnaround this week where you're going to come to a complete new understanding about either a family or work, some sort of situation, which is going to lead you towards doing things acting or doing things in a different way, or even thinking in a different way this week. So not a bad week for you, not a bad week at all. Okay then, take care of yourselves. Namaste, I love you all, and I will speak to you soon. Hi Leo, I hope you're well. I'm Husky Like. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your Google Pluses. I really appreciate all your support. I'm doing things a bit different this week. I just felt guided to read them in a different way. This seems to be a bit more specific, so they might not apply to you. Remember to check out your moon sign and your rising sign if they don't resonate. And we're going from the Monday the 19th through to Sunday the 25th of October. Now we're starting off with the Hanged Man, and the Hangman's in the reverse. Stop. For some of you are getting too preoccupied with material things, with money concerns, and it's stopping your spiritual growth. It's stopping you moving forward because you're sticking too much with reality, sticking too much with money and things like that. You asked to step back from that this week. Yeah, step back from worrying about any material concerns, or be that money or stuff, new stuff coming in. There's a lot of concentration on that for some of you this week that you need to step back from. And you need to compromise a little bit more as well this week, because if you don't, I feel for some of you, if you get your stubborn head on, if you're not compromising on something, you could lose out on something. So be aware of that. You've got so many long-term benefits ahead of you, but you can't see the benefit of these long-term things. These long-term good things ahead for you, but some of you can't see the good in that. It's like you refuse to let go of some of you being really stubborn in a certain situation, I feel, this week, and you need to let go, and you need to compromise and back down from your stance a little bit. It could cause some upset. There's no need for you to hold on to money so tightly. You're not going to lose it, I'm being told, but you're just holding on to it for dear life, some of you. And it's keeping you too much in, it's keeping you away from your spiritual. It's keeping you disconnected from your guides and your angels. Now, not all of you are in this situation this week, because some of you on the opposite side, you've got the High Priestess. So for some of you this week, you're going to have this thirst for knowledge. You're going to want to learn things. You're going to want to find out about things. get this, you're just going to be soaking up knowledge like a sponge. You're also going to be more intuitive than normal, so write down your dreams. You're going to be very connected to your subconscious, so there's a stark contrast for Leos this week. Some of you are going to feel completely disconnected because of this holding on to money too tightly, or being stubborn in a situation that you can't let go of or feel that you can't compromise on. And for others, you're actually going to be the opposite and just feel completely connected to what's going on around you. There's a lot going on inside you this week, and you might not be able to see the whole picture of things, but that's okay. You need to, instead of looking on the outside of things and using your reality to try and figure out the answers to things, some of you are going to go in this week and use your intuition and your higher consciousness to look at things differently instead, because you're going to get more answers that way than you are on the outside. Because there is a lot going on inwardly under the surface. If any of you've got any plans or intentions to either move house or change jobs or change relationships, or don't talk about that this week, just sort of keep it to yourself this week. Just think about it a little bit more, or just keep it under wraps before you decide to share it with anyone else this week, before you've made a firm, if you're still thinking about something and you haven't made a complete firm decision on it, don't discuss it with anybody else this week. Just keep it to yourself for the moment this week. Yeah, there's a lot of inner changes going on for some of you. And there's a lot of help coming in from your guides and your angels as well, providing that you are being the high priestess, providing that you are being connected and you're not the Leo who's been a bit stubborn this week, unfortunately. And that's not like Leos at all. Right, now your outcome card is really good as well, because we've got the Empress. So your outcome is that you are going to feel contentment, you are going to feel very creative as well. Be aware when the Empress comes up of any little accidents coming along in the way of babies or pregnancies that you maybe didn't anticipate for, because you are very fertile at the moment, and that goes for men and women. If you don't want babies, you know what to do. But the outcome is that you should be feeling sort of very fertile, creative this week, intuitive, and there will be a luxury, a material wealth for you if you want it, as long as you're not concentrating on, there's got to be a balance between the material wealth and your spiritual side. Some of you are going to have a problem with that this week, and you need to balance that out. There's a lot of joy and satisfaction during the week for you, and there is a chance and an opportunity for you to sort of reap your rewards of hard work that you've put into something. Anyone who wants to do any new projects, it's a brilliant week to do it, for starting something new, for having a new way of thinking, for starting a new relationship, a new job, a new something. It's a really good week for you to start. It's got a really good chance of success if it started this week. Also remember, you will be caring, be patient, especially with others this week. I think a lot of you, if you're feeling the energies of the Empress, you will sort of feel that more caring towards others, providing you get over this stubborn streak. And that's not for everyone, that's for a certain few of you. It's a lot of nice things coming through for you, a lot of new ideas as well, which are going to lead you onto goals and that. But again, anything new that you're not going into, that you may be just thinking about making decisions on, whether it be jobs or relationships, with the High Priestess, just keep it to yourself until you've made firm decisions. It's not something that you need to talk or get advice from others on. You are to be your own counsel this week in regard to that. You don't need advice from anyone else on that particular what it is you're thinking about, and it will be successful if you start it this week. That's really good. But if you're just thinking about it and you haven't quite made a firm decision on it yet, keep it to yourself. I feel like if you tell somebody else, they could try and dissuade you from it, or tell you that it's not a good idea, or tell you it's not the right time, and try and talk you out of it. So you need to be sure in yourself before you say anything, so that you've got the strength that if you know that it's the right thing to do and that's what you want to do, nobody is going to talk you out of it. Follow your intuition and your gut instincts this week. They're really, really good. There's a lot of abundance coming in to you. Good health, family relationships going quite well, work relationships going quite well. Everything of an indication of things that you've worked hard on coming through for you this week in different ways. And it might not all come in through at once. You might just see little hints of it, but there's good things coming through for you this week, Leo. So that's really good. Right, that's your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste, blessings and light, and I will speak to you soon. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. I am Husky Light. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your Google Pluses. I'm doing things a little bit different this week. I've just been guided to do it that way, so we'll see how it goes. And this is your weekly reading, and we are going from today, Monday the 19th of October, through to Sunday the 25th of October. So if you'd like a private reading from me, just click up on the link in the corner, go through to the website, all different prices up there, get yourself booked in. I would love to do one for you. Right, let's get straight into your reading now. We're starting off with the world. So a lot of you may have just come to a successful completion of something and you're ready to start again. So it could be that you've had a divorce come through, you've just sold your house and you're ready to move into a new house, you've just finished one job and you're about to step into another job, you've just got married. Something, you're starting a new cycle with something, that's you've come to the completion of something else for some of you, and I feel like you feel like you've got the world at your feet. You're feeling full of confidence, you're feeling ready to go forward into a new cycle, start new things, and there's a really nice feeling that goes with that. If you are wanting to make changes that you haven't made yet, this week is a really good week to do it. You're ready to step forward into the new. You're ready to step forward with new things, start new things, learn new things, understand new things. Just there's a newness about a lot of you for this week. Some of you could be traveling. The world also indicates movement, so you could be going abroad, you could be going over water, taking a vacation, holiday, going somewhere different that you've not been there before, or again it could be moving house, changing residence, changing the office where you work, and general sort of new changes coming in for you. I feel for a lot of you, you've already sort of made these changes and now you're for a lot stepping into something new this week. Don't ever forget where you came from. Don't ever forget how hard you worked to get up to the point that you are now, because that's going to stand you in good stead for the future. You overcame challenges, you got your inner strength out, you came through things and you got to the other side and you won and you stepped forward into something new. So it's a really nice card to start. It's your personal power. You can make, if you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. anything emotionally, you're going to be feeling secure this week, and you're going to know that you're well respected, you're liked, you're loved, you're supported throughout the week. So it's just a really nice card. A nice card. There will be a few of you out there that may feel the opposite and may feel like the world's sort of weighing down on your shoulders and you've got a lot of overwhelming things that are coming through to you. And that could be part of because you're stepping into these new changes. And just know to go with it. You've done such a really good job of getting in there. Going on to the next card, we've got the Nine of Wands. So it's about, again, sort of stepping forward and not forgetting where you've come from, the strength and determination it took for you to get to where you are today. There's a lot of rewards, beneficial rewards coming through, brought about by things that you've put into action or thought about in the past, and now they're coming through for you. It's built, a lot of you have come to new understandings about what makes you tick, how you work, your personality or inner core, how other people see you. There's likely to be a lot of realizations like that this week. Make sure you hold everything in balance as well this week. You really have got the ability to do whatever you set your mind to this week, but don't let, if you've got plans and that you need to keep to yourself for the moment until you've made a firm decision, then do that. Don't let anyone sway you off course. Don't let anyone tell you any different. If you firmly believe that the path that you are embarking on is the right path, because I feel like somebody might try and talk you out of something or sway you in some way, but just have faith in yourself and know yourself, and faith in the universe. You know that what you're doing is for your highest good, for the highest good of those around you, and you're moving forward with that. It can almost point to you being quite, for some of you, quite stubborn. It's like, no, I'm not budging. This is what's happening. This is what I'm going to do. And some people may not like that around you, but you will. It's like slow, steady force. Don't force things more than they have to, but have that inner strength to move through things. Any of you that have been feeling ill of late should feel it's about getting better. It's a getting better card. It's things getting better. So there should be this feeling of, yeah, you're starting to improve on that and you're starting to feel better with that. Now your outcome card is the Seven of Cups. So there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on around you. Make sure you sort of stay in. Don't build castles in the air this week. And don't become absorbed in all the tiny details of life, trying to make sure that everything's perfect, everything's in order, everything's got to be controlled. You might have that tendency just to be a bit obstinate this week, and just say, no, it's got to be done my way, and it's got to be like this, and don't let anyone sway you off course, and this is the way you're going to go, and this is all good, but do it in a good way. Don't become really, really stubborn about it. You've got a lot of energy this week and you're still going to need to put in a lot of effort and hard work this week. That's not just going to finish because you're on a new cycle. For some of you, it might, especially if you've just sold your house and you're about to move, or you're about, there's a lot of hard work coming up before you, ahead of you. But know that you'll achieve what you want to achieve by putting in that hard work. If there's any hardships that you've gone through recently, anything that's gone wrong, anything that you've had arguments with other people about, anything that has been stuck and you've not been able to move forward with, there is going to be resolution. There is going to be solutions to the problems that are there. You are going to find those solutions, and it's going to change like the ambience of things. Things are going to get better in those things that have been difficult recently, because you've put a lot of hard work into it. You are very determined. There is a lot of determination, so use that energy this week. So much determination to turn your dreams into reality, to get where you want to. Just remember to enjoy the journey. It's not all about getting exactly to where you want to be. It's about how you enjoy getting there, and knowing that the work that you put in to get there is going to make you into a stronger person. It's going to give you a better character, a better personality. It's going to teach you more about life as you go through. Financially, there could be payments coming out for some of you, for hard work that you've put into something. It's like you've been really determined lately to get to somewhere, to do something, change something. And if it's financial, there could be rewards coming in for you. There could be like money coming in, either as a bonus or a windfall, or something coming in for you. Really prepare yourself for positive outcomes on every level this week, but don't stop. You still need to have to keep going, but there is positive outcomes coming this week as a reward, a result of what you've put into things. Now, you could be putting that into anything. It could be a relationship, it could be work, it could be a family relationship, it could be some sort of project, it could be a new business. Whatever it is you're really determined about, it's going to start, it's working out, it's doing well, and you're in the right direction. And don't let anyone sway you from that path, but don't be so damn stubborn that you seem unapproachable. Okay, right, that's your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Namaste. I love you loads, and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Hi Cancer, I am Husky Light. Welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, Google Pluses, all your appreciation. I thank you so much for your support. Right, I'm doing the cards a little bit differently this week. I just felt like I was sort of guided to just try something different. So we'll give this a go and see how it goes. We are going from Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October, and you've got some pretty cool cards really here. And apologise if I cough, I've got a little bit of a cold. Also, if you want a personal reading, click up in the link above, go through to the website, loads of different prices on there, and get yourself booked in. I would love to do one for you. Right, 8 of Wands we're starting off with. Things are going to come around pretty quickly. There could be situations, circumstances, things just coming round quickly. So maybe if anything's been stuck, it's going to start moving forward this week, and it's going to suddenly go from stop to go really quickly. There may be unexpected things coming into you this week that you maybe didn't anticipate for, but there is this focus on fast moving things, events, actions coming in. Your goals are within reach. Your goals are really close. You're doing so well. You're doing so well. Just keep going this week. I don't think there's going to be any particular let up where you're going to need or going to get the chance to rest this week. I think it's going to be quite busy for you. There is going to be some conclusions to some things for you, maybe a situation, or it's going to be a conclusion to something this week for some of you. So whether it's a conclusion to an argument you've had, a conclusion to a job situation, there is a conclusion, there is an ending, beginning, starting, ending, all, conclusion. There is a conclusion of something that's happening in your life. Could be journeys coming around or trips, you making more trips than usual this week. Usually work related, so it could be to do with maybe you're in a new job and you're having to travel further to work than you usually do, or you're getting out of the office more and making more trips within work, or you have to go to a completely different office for a couple of days during the week. So there's some sort of movement within the workplace as well, so sort of business related trips. Maybe just more busy at the moment, especially if you're a salesman or something like that, and you're just out on the road more this week. Any phone calls, decisions, that sort of thing that you've been waiting for, that's coming through this week. That's coming through. And I think for some of you in that regard, maybe that's a decision that you've been waiting for from a date or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, partner. You know, maybe you've asked somebody out and you've not got a decision on it yet, or you've asked somebody if you can marry them and you've not got a decision. That decision, in regards, if it's in love, that's coming through this week for you. You don't really have to wait much longer for that. And I think it's a good response as well with the Eight of Wands. So, but anything that has been stuck, that you've had a problem with, that you sort of feel like you've been on this treadmill and you've been trying to go forward, one of those treadmills that goes backwards, it's spinning backwards and you're trying to walk forwards and you're not really getting anywhere, that is, you're moving and you're moving quick this week. Take the initiative, seize any opportunities that come through to you this week. Make sure you're on the ball and you're very aware of them coming around. Some things might come around very quickly for you. Any of you that have had struggles or confusion or any sort of problems, they should start to shift definitely this week. But you need to remain sort of alert and on the ball with everything, definitely. Definitely think there's movement within businesses, so that's changing jobs or more movement within a job. Maybe you're taking on more responsibilities. A lot of success this week, a lot of good things coming to you, a lot of good things have already come to you that you're carrying on with this week. Health is fine for you this week. It should be, any worries that you've had about health should be cleared up this week and you should be feeling a lot better. So if you've been waiting on test results and you've been stuck with that, they should all, that sort of thing should come back this week and it should be pretty positive for you. Make sure that you balance as much as you can this week, because with everything that's going on with Cancers, you just need to stay balanced and try and stay in control. Make sure that you don't overspend or anything this week. Just keep your money under control. Everything, you're just going to put your all into everything this week, like with a gusto, with a passion, and it's going to be really good for you. Just going to have an enjoyable week for most of you. And we've got the sun as well, which is you being optimistic, you being hopeful, you having really nice health. The sun shining down on you, pretty much the yes card. You've got that nice warm, when the sun shines on you, you've got that nice warm feeling. Everything, you're going to be able to see things come through, coming through to fruition. Things that you may have been stuck on again, that maybe you didn't even think you'd get a yes on them. Just stay positive, because I think you are going to get a yes on them. And there's going to be fun this week. There's going to be enjoyment. There's going to be laughter. There's going to be some really nice moments. It's a really positive time in your life for most of you. Remember, it's a general reading. It's not going to apply to all of you, but for on the most part, you're having a really good week. Inner peace as well. Just that feeling of, yes, you're doing it. Now, me saying with it, for most of you, we do have the devil. So throughout all of this and throughout all of this coming around, don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't finally get to the point where you've worked so hard and things are coming through and things are going really well for you that you turn around and somewhere the little devil on your shoulder is telling you that actually you're not worth it, or you shouldn't be getting it, or whatever, and self-sabotage it by doing something daft. Don't do that this week. There may be a small chance that for some of you, you might have that feeling, that temptation. So you might get yourself a new job and decide to go out and celebrate and drink far too much, and then you can't get up for your new job the next morning. It might be something, you know, or you've been doing so well on your diet and your exercise plan and you've lost 20 pounds, and then you go and eat a bag of cream cakes, that sort of thing. Don't overdo it, or you've just got a huge bonus, or your wages have just gone up, but then you just go and overspend. So just be aware of that for some of you this week. And also, if it's not that, for some of you, be aware of the doubt. Yeah, just be aware of that. Oh, I'm not worth it. This shouldn't have happened for me because it's far too good. Why am I getting this? Being suspicious of it because it might be too good to be true. You know, a lot of you have worked really hard for what's coming. So accept it. The good stuff that's coming, accept it. Don't overspend, and for some of you, don't be over concerned about material things. The material things are coming to you. You're to focus on the positive this week and not on the negative. If anything that comes in for some of you this week, which seems a bit alarming, it comes in with a great haste and you weren't expecting it and you think, oh my God, what's that? What's happening? It's going to turn out fine and it's going to turn out all right. It might initially, for some of you, you just think, oh God, where did this come from? I didn't think this was going to happen, or there is this change that's suddenly happening that I'm not sure about. It is for your highest good and it is for your best intentions, and it is going to work. If it initially looks bad, it's not. If it initially looks bad, it's not. It's going to turn out for the best. There is a lot going on though this week. Try not to feel too pressurized. I feel some of you might just feel a little bit too pressurized, and that's when you will feel like you want to let out some of the pressure and go and drink too much or eat too much, or just do something that might self-sabotage you when you're doing so well. So be really aware of that. But you've got a really good week. Just watch out for you. Stay balanced with it all. Okay, right, that's your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Namaste, blessings and light. I'll speak to you soon. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. You've got some brilliant cards this week come out. First of all, I'm doing things a little bit differently. Thank you for your likes, your shares and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Please keep on subscribing. If you'd like a private reading, click up on the link in the corner. It'll take you through to the website, and it will there's loads of different prices on there, so just choose which one you want to go for, and I'd love to do one for you. Like I said, I'm doing things I've just been guided to do it a bit differently this week, so we'll see how it goes. We're going from Monday the 19th through to Sunday the 25th, so enjoy your reading. Now we're starting off with, you've got the Lover's card, and most of the other signs this month have sort of been more finance or business or whatever, but you have got the Lover's card, so it's about a union of two people. It's romance, well-matched couple, things getting together. So if you're not in a relationship, you could very well meet the person coming in this week. I feel like it's more for people that know each other though, or maybe you're already in a relationship and it's going to move on to a deeper level. It's going to lead on to more of an understanding of each other. or if you've just started dating somebody, it's going to start to get deeper for you. There's a lot of attraction there when the Lovers card comes out, and it's going to be, things are going deeper than maybe previously experienced. Any problems in a relationship at the moment, of pretty much any kind really, but mostly sort of personal relationships, excuse me so I don't lose my voice, any problems are going to be overcome. The old bonds are still there, you know, especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time. For some of you, you could be choosing a pathway or a choice when the Lovers appears as well. So look carefully at what those choices are, what pathways that you may have a choice of to go down, and make sure it's the one that you really want to go down as well. I think for most of you, it's two people being together and being happy together and being a team together. Learning how to be a team, to handle your own responsibilities, and you will be more in a position as well, I think, to help people this week, or lend support to other people this week who may need it. There's going to be a time this week for altering perspective, which is perspectives or ideas or ways of thinking, which is going to lead on to deeper things, changing parts of your life, especially if you're single and you're looking for somebody. Somebody could very well come in, but it's going to mean you sort of changing things around a little bit in order to accommodate them. Problems are solved in relationships this week. Things are going to come good in relationships this week for you. Now we've got the Moon. Oh, the Lovers card as well. It's either a Gemini or a Libra. So it could be that the person you're with or you're going to meet could be a Gemini or a Libra. We've got the Moon card, which is a water sign. Going deep within, thinking about things, going inner, a lot more psychic and intuition this week than you would normally have. Knowing things on a greater level without necessarily knowing how you know things. You just know. Always make sure though, whatever, especially this week, that you're relying on yourself, you're relying on your own intuition, you're relying on your own decisions, and knowing that you're right. A few of you could have some emotions which are up and down this week. Happy one minute, sad the next, that sort of thing. The Moon is, like I say, it's water, it's emotional. And sometimes if those waves are a little bit choppy, then there could be some mixed, emotions going up and down. So just be aware of that for this week. But there's a lot of personal development for you, for a lot of you this week. You need to be more balanced when the Moon card comes out, though. You need, if you're having these emotions, they need to be balanced out. There's some sort of situation in your life that you're going to have to face up to at some point. You're going to have to make some decisions in order to make... You're going to have to face up to something this week in order to make decisions based on wanting to change things, to go in a better direction, to make things easier, to get what it is that you want. And that might involve having to make a few changes, and whether that be in your personal life, your home life, family life, making changes in a job, in the workplace, having a look at something and realising that for what you need to do or want to do in order to move forward, there are going to have to be some changes that you are going to have to make in order for that to come through. You're going to have a lot of dreams, you're going to have a lot of intuitive messages as well coming through for you this week. You are going to have the aha moments, the inspiration coming through to you. You are going to feel, you're going to have, like I said, you're going to have that knowing, that inner knowing, just without really knowing where that's coming from, but you know that you're right. You know that what you want is right, and you might have to juggle things around a little bit, but that will come. And we're finishing off with the Six of Coins. So the Six of Coins is about fairness, it's about balance, being generous to other people as well. So if you've got a little bit extra, you've had a bonus from work or something, make sure that you're sharing it with the family, buying gifts or whatever, or just being more generous. But there is going to be maybe a focus for some of you this week on money aspects, making sure that you're being fair about things. Clear out your house as well this week. Get rid of any junk that's there. Get rid of it. Be fair, be generous. If you can't give out money, then get rid of things and give it to charity, because what goes around comes around as well. Now Venus supports this card, so it is about balance and fairness, and Libra as well again. So we've still got that Libra energy, I think, in some people's readings that's coming through. You are going to be feeling very generous this week. You're going to be feeling very fair. You're going to be wanting to keep things in balance this week. And anything you put out this week is going to come back to you threefold. It's going to calm it, what you put out into the world comes back to you, and it's going to come back threefold this week. So the more generous you are, the more giving, the more beautiful, the more it's going to come back to you. That's coming back. You are due some rewards to come back to you for hard work that you've put in to things. And there is some real happy moments for you this week, maybe more than one. And just try and keep the balance with the moon card being there, and your emotions may be going up and down a little bit, but try and keep the balance there, and try and keep it on the positive side and the happy side of things, and you can see some real changes coming around for you this week. So you've got some really beautiful cards. Don't be pessimistic, and don't drag yourself down. Don't drag yourself down, especially if your emotions are swaying a little bit. Don't drag yourself down. Stay up. But there is going to be a lot of caring there, and a lot of caring for others this week. So some really nice week for you, Scorpio. Really good week. Okay, so thank you again. Namaste. I love you all, and I will speak to you soon. Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. I am Husky Light. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, Google Pluses, everything. Thank you so much. I'm doing things a little bit differently this week. I was just sort of guided to do that. I think the messages are a bit more specific this week, so we'll see how it goes. I always go back to the old way, but we'll see. I quite like it this way, actually. I'm not sure. Right, Monday the 19th of October through to Sunday the 25th of October. If you would like a personal reading from me, just click up on the link in the corner. That'll go through to the website. There's loads of different price readings up there. Get yourself booked in. I would love to do one for you. And alright, let's get straight into your reading. We're starting off with the Seven of Wands. So I feel like some of you, you may have some sort of difficult negotiations this week. There may be a few arguments that you may need to get through, and sort of keep your wits about you as you get through that. It's calling for supreme effort on your part, for inner strength to come out, to be able to get through whatever it is that for some of you that you may need to get through. You need some determination, some oomph, I think, this week. I think you may have quite a busy week, and maybe you need the determination, that oomph, just because things are overwhelming, because it's busy. whether that's family life getting a bit overwhelming for you or work life. But something just, you're going to need that tenacity, that inner strength to get through. And you've got the inner strength, to do that and to get through it, and you will get through it. Standing up for your own beliefs this week, standing in your own truth, no matter what anybody else says to you, standing up for what you believe in. Doesn't matter if anyone else thinks you're wrong or anything else, that you know what your inner truth is, and it might be that you have to defend that in some way this week, but you've got a strong character. You know, Pisces are usually quite strong, and you need to bring that out, and you need to balance it as well. I mean, don't bring it out to the point where you're absolutely obstinate and horrible to everybody. Make sure that it's in balance. There's quite a lot of stress, I think, because we've got two cards that are quite similar. There is quite a lot of stress for Pisces this week under certain conditions and in certain situations. And there's a need for rest. You do need to have a rest. Some of you need to either go and take a break. You just need to sit down with a cuppa a few more times a day. You need to rest your brain as well. I think there's a lot of stuff going through your head that you need to calm down, a lot of thoughts going on that you need to calm down with and not worry quite so much about things. You will get through things, you will beat things, you will come out on top, but sometimes you've got the self-doubt thing going on, so you need that tenacity to get through. You've got strong character inside, so use it to your advantage. And there may be some tension or arguments this week where you do feel like you have to defend yourself or stand up for yourself, but you're going to grow from that, because you're going to be looking at yourself in a new and different way as well. Maybe realizing certain traits about your own personality or certain things about yourself that other people could see, maybe you couldn't see, and you may come to that realization this week and say, well, actually I'm a bit grumpy sometimes, or maybe I don't look at other people's points of view as much as I should do. Maybe I only do concern myself. And yes, stand up for your own beliefs and truths, but take into consideration everybody else's point of view this week. But it's going to make you grow, it's almost a test from the universe this week, to help you spiritually grow, to help you grow as a person, and to give you a new insight and a new understanding into yourself. And we've got the Nine of Swords, so there is a feeling of sadness there for some of you. There is. And remember, this is a general reading. Check out your rising sign, check out your moon sign. This is general for Pisces, so it's not going to apply to every single one of you. There is sadness there. There is disappointment, a feeling of somewhere along the way that you've failed, or you've not done something right, or you didn't win, or you didn't, I don't know what that feeling is. Just maybe something you really, really wanted didn't quite come to fruition, or didn't quite go as planned. But you are not to concentrate on anything. If anything like that happens this week, you're not to concentrate on it, because the stress, and that you need a break. I think there's just too much going on in your head. And you need a break, and you need to rest, because you're not to put your health at risk in any way. So rest when you can. The worries that you've got in your head are temporary. They are undue, they're things that are not really going to come to fruition unless you keep worrying about them, and then they will. You know that the more that you concentrate on something, the more that you focus on a particular thing, the more it will come to fruition. So if you are worrying about something, for some of you, you're not to do that. It's not as bad as you think it is. You're going to get over it. You're going to get through it. It's temporary, and you're not to worry about it. Just get as much rest as you can this week, and stay out of the negative. Stand up for yourself. Just, what you've said is right, what you believe in is right, and you may have to defend that. this week, and maybe that's what the anxiety could be. It's like you've got a bit of inner conflict going on. You need to stand up for yourself this week. It may be that you're sort of getting caught into or dragged into or helping somebody else who may be going through some difficult time or sadness or grief. This is somebody else, and you're going to be supporting them in some way, and it might be bringing you down a little bit. So just be aware of that, and be aware of protecting your energies as well. If this is somebody else, if it's not you that's particularly worried, but because someone else around you, a family member or a friend or something, could be feeling like this, they may just sort of, you may absorb some of those energies, so just be aware of that. Now, finishing off with your outcome card is the Page of Wands. So it's not all bad at all. It's not. You've got messages coming in. You've got things coming through to you. You've got aha moments. You've got moments of clarity. There is news or information which is going to cheer you up. So if you've been waiting for a letter, a telephone call, an email, something of that nature, something is going to come through this week which is really going to please you greatly. Maybe it's what you've been worrying about, and I said it's not as bad as, and then you get the phone call and everything's okay. Maybe it's, you know, something along those lines. Or maybe you thought you were going to get made redundant, and then you get a call and say, no, actually you're not, you're still in work, it's okay. That sort of situation. Or you thought someone was going to split up with you, and they're not, and you've worried yourself over it. It could be a situation like that, or someone in the family's not well, and you get a call through saying, no, they're going to be alright, it's not as bad as we thought it was. It's going to be that sort of, maybe that sort of situation for some of you, not all of you. There is new phases coming in. Once you've got through this sadness, once you've got through this worry, whatever this is, there is news that is going to really cheer you up, which is going to please you, make you feel better, help you to feel better, and help you to move forward. Definitely for you. I feel a lot of you might be creating or getting more creative. Once you've cheered up, once you've come out of whatever this is, you're going to be feeling more inspired and creative and ready to, and just feeling altogether better about yourself. Whatever this news is that's coming in, which I think is what you've been worrying about, it's coming in. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And just make sure you rest. Your health will improve and your health will get better if that's what some of you are worrying about. You've been a bit overwhelmed. There has been a bit of conflict during the week, and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, but the good news is going to come in, and that's going to really cheer you up, and you don't have to worry about things. You're going to be moving into new things and moving forwards, so that's really good. You're at the end of a phase. I think you're at the end of a phase, beginning a new phase that's coming through for you. And that's going to lead on to new things for you. You've just got to go through this bit of a learning curve, I think, for some of you maybe, on an inner basis during the week. But then the good news, the good is coming in, and you will hear on it. So, right, that's your reading for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you loads. Namaste, blessings and light, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.